for Seattle payback time. Ricky Pierce and Michael Jordan, the off guards for these two teams. MJ leading the NBA in scoring, and Ricky Pierce over that 10-game winning streak averaging 22 points per ball game. Last night had a tough time against the Indiana Pacers. Payton will get the defensive assignment on Jordan. He'll play the point opposite B.J. Armstrong. On the front line tonight for these two teams. First, we'll take a look at the battle in the middle. Will Perdue is a big one. 7 feet 240, the Whopper in his 5th year. Up against Michael Cage. Again, mismatched size-wide in the middle as he was last night up against the 7'4" Rick Smith. Also on the front line, Sean Kemp will take on Horace Grant, who has diligently been this Bull rebounder, averaging nearly 10 per ball game, 18th best in the NBA. Well, Kemp has 18 points and 11 rebounds to his credit per contest. Fouled out of the game last night with 10:38 to go. Derek McKee and Scottie Pippen provide an electrifying battle at the small forward position. Derek on Scottie Pippen will be a key tonight defensively. The officials will be Lee Jones, Daryl Garrettson, and Greg Willard. The coach of the Chicago Bulls is Phil Jackson. And he's assisted over there by Johnny Bach and Tex Winter. The other coach is George Karl, who was highly successful in the CBA. He also coach of the year in the CBA, as was Phil Jackson. George Karl looking on as his team in Chicago tied at 40-18. Both share the second best record in the NBA. The assistants for the Seattle Supersonics, Tim Gergerich, and Bob Kloppenberg, the trainer, is Frank Furtado. Well, we're set to go, Jack. Michael Jordan, as we pointed out, with one leg, is as good as they come.
Yeah, with Michael Jordan on the court, you're always going to expect a lot of excitement. He's going to, at some point in time in this game, do something that's unbelievable. And then with Sean Kemp for the Sonics, also another player that brings people out of their seats. So it should be a great ball game.
Well, this is the view from the upper deck trading card cam. Here is the tap. It is won by the Chicago Bulls and Scottie Pippen. Pippen will swing it to Jordan, and let's get an early look at Jordan here from the cam above the stadium here on the scoreboard, looking down as the Chicago Bulls wheel it around. 10 on the shot clock. Armstrong pushed out beyond the three-point perimeter by Derek McKee. Wheels it between the circles here to Pippen. Beautiful crossover dribble, eludes Pierce, but lost the handle on the ball. Grabbed by McKee, up to Payton, ahead to Kemp. He'll go up with the left hand, trying to swoop one up. Lost control of it. Armstrong will clear it to Pippen. He'll fire one low to Grant. Threw it right to Michael Cage. We mentioned the fact they've got 4 players in the top 10 in steals tonight. Payton again to Kemp. Oh, behind the back. A beautiful diagonal pass in the air. Sean Kemp will take it and jam it down in a hurry.
Third time's a charm, Kevin. Each team tried one lob and it didn't connect. The Sonics got another opportunity and they made it good with Sean Kemp with one of his prolific jams.
And the Bulls will call a 20-second timeout as Gary Payton executed that beautiful lob in there to Sean Kemp for the jam. Kemp meeting Will Perdue down the floor. Now, if that's the matchup that they want to use here tonight, obviously Kemp should get the better of Will Perdue. This copyright broadcast presented by the authority of the NBA and the Sonics, intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of the game without the express written permission of the NBA and the Sonics is prohibited. Scottie Pippen will bring it in bounds here for Will Perdue. He'll drop it low with it. Horace Grant wearing the goggles, covered by Kemp, out to Pippen, raises 20-footer off the brace. Rebound corralled off the floor by Derek McKee. The Sonics will need a few of those tonight, Jack. They simply couldn't get those loose balls last night.
No, Indiana, I'll hustle for a lot of those, but tonight, hopefully they'll turn around.
Gary Payton veers into the key, pops off an 18-footer and drills it. Gary had a tough time last night, shooting 1 of 7. Good to see him score early. Payton, a young, energized guard on Michael Jordan, who's playing in less than 100% physical condition. Grant slants in left-hand side, pushes up the runner, missed it. Rebound Perdue, stripped out of his hands. Out of bounds it goes. The Chicago Bulls will take it.
Sonics also got to watch their fouls tonight. Indiana got to the free throw line way too many times last night, and Sonics got to have them earn it.
Jordan raises on a bobbled inbounds pass and drills a fadeaway jump shot from the corner. Beautiful shot. Here comes Pierce, slanting in, plants his feet, double teamed out to Cage, opens up a 17-footer, drilled it. Michael Cage knocks it down, and the Sonics have come out hot. They've hit their first 3 in a row.
Sonics have shot the jumper better already tonight. I've probably hit more jumpers than they did the whole Indiana game early in this ball game. It's a much better start offensively.
Seattle leading 6-2, 10-1 to go in the first quarter. Michael Jordan, left-hand side of the arc. Jab steps right, gets up in the air, fires off a bomb, missed it short because he was tattooed by Gary Payton. Got him on the elbow. Jordan will go to the line for 2 on the foul to Gary Payton.
The fact that Michael Jordan hasn't practiced for the last week or so, he's probably not real comfortable on the court yet. It's something that the Sonics really didn't want to happen. You don't want to put him on the foul line right away to get comfortable. Make sure he has to hit a couple hoops from the floor, and maybe he'll struggle early and never get off.
Jordan said he was playing in a lot of pain when he played last Tuesday against New Jersey. It's a bacterial infection that has affected a corn on the foot. He was kind of chiding the writers earlier this week, saying, you guys made it sound like it was a bad case of athlete's foot. Full court pressure applied by the Bulls. Pippen steps into the passing lane, makes the steal over to Michael Jordan. He drills a jumper. Jordan was 6 points here in the first quarter, limping as he comes the other way. 6-6 the count, 9:44 to go in the first period. Pierce off the Cage pick. Rubs off Jordan. Head of the key. Jordan negotiates around the screen. Cage fires over to Payton, lost the handle. Works on B.J. Armstrong into the lane, turns, wheels one up on the move over Purdue, angled it high into the air and rimmed it in. Beautiful play.
Tough shot by Gary Payton there, but drove it into a crowd, but still was able to get it up over the top of the big fellas.
Sonics lead at 8-6, 9:20 to go in the first period. Pippen out beyond the three-point ring, looking for Jordan coming to the ball. They'll swing it out on top instead to Grant. Handle it to Purdue, hand off to Armstrong behind the Purdue screen, and he drilled the jump shot. These two teams lighting it up early. Tied at 8-8. Chicago 3 of 5, and the Sonics have yet to miss in 4 attempts. Pierce slants off a Cage pick, hesitates, now guns it into the lane. Crossover behind the back dribble. In on Jordan, went into the air, ball stripped away, grabbed by Pippen, a steal. Pippen down the wing, handling it with the right hand, down the left flank, pull up, floats a high one over McKee and got it. Scottie Pippen drills his first jumper of the night, and the Bulls lead at 10-8. 8:40 to go in the first quarter. Pierce feathers it low to McKee. Derek backs in on Pierce, turns on a double team. Nice drop pass to Cage, tapped away by Grant, grabbed by Cage. Outside to Kemp on the angle, 15-footer, floats it up and drilled it. Sean Kemp hits a jump shot from 15 feet. He has 4 points, and the Sonics have hit their first 5 in a row. Jordan outside, hesitates, left-hand side of the arc. McKee slow and getting by the Grant pick, leaves Jordan alone in the key, and he drills a jump shot. 8 for Michael Jordan.
Yeah, missing those practices for a week has definitely affected Michael here early.
Got no leg strength, no lift on the jump shot. He's only hit 3 for 3 on the block. Kemp drop step spin to the baseline, pushed by Grant. Grant picks up his first foul, non-shooting foul. With 8:05 to go in the first quarter, the Bulls lead by a deuce at 12-10.
Sean Kemp has worked hard for his position down there. Horace Grant doesn't feel comfortable with Kemp that close to the basket. Gives him a little shove.
Here's McKee outside, trying to float a pass low on the post to Kemp. Went off the glass, grabbed by Cage. He had a strip free. Then Kemp had it, poked away by Pippen. Saves it in bounds, and the Bulls come away with it. Armstrong forecourt right to Pippen, trailing. Pulls up inside the three-point arc and bags the jump shot. Scottie Pippen with 4 for the game. 14-10 the count. Bulls lead by 4. 7:38 to go in the first quarter. Bulls have hit 6 out of 8. Down the wing. Here comes McKee methodically down the angle. He tried to work it into the lane, and they call a phantom foul. Daryl Garrettson with offensive foul on Derek McKee. Can't believe it.
I can't believe it, Kevin. Derek went driving through the hole, got held, and Derek Garrettson saw it the other way where he pushed off on Pippen.
Well, we both had a pretty good look at it. 6 of 8 are the Bulls. The Sonics with 5 turnovers. Bulls 2. Jordan outside, 15-footer up, rims around, falls in. Jordan gets the touch. 10 for Jordan. 16-10 the count. 7:14 to go first quarter. Payton left side on the baseline, trapped and threw it away. The same type of play that we saw last night at Indiana.
The Sonics going to have to take care of the basketball here. The Bulls have come out red hot, hitting shots from everywhere. You don't want to lose touch with them like they did with Indiana last night.
Pippen drifts into the corner, covered by McKee, skips it on the block to Grant. Great pass outside. Armstrong for 3. Rimmed it short. Pierce grabs the rebound ahead. It comes to Payton. He overthrew him out of bounds. The Sonics are simply trying too hard, it appears, to push the ball up the floor and get the advantage. Maybe trying to force some number opportunities when they don't have it. Although that time Ricky made the right play, just overthrew Gary Payton, and the Bulls lead by 6 on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Lead the Sonics 16-10 in the early going with 6:49 to go in the first quarter. Along with Jack Sigma, I'm Kevin Calabro. It's time now to take a look at what's on tap by Miller Genuine Draft. There's nothing typical about it. The Miami Heat come to town on the 16th, a Tuesday, followed by Sacramento on Thursday, the 18th. For tickets, call Ticketmaster at 628-0888. Back to the action we come. Both teams shooting well. Seattle 5 of 5, but the Bulls are 7 of 10. And Michael Jordan is at 4 for 4, 2 of 2 from the line. Leads all scorers with 10 points. Sonics apply pressure on the Chicago Bulls. Grant outside, 15-foot hoist. Off the mark. They battle rim high. Pippen tried to jam it down. Kemp was with him. Ball free to the inline. Pippen picks it up. Reaching in was Payton. They had tied up Pippen, and he calls a 20-second timeout. The Bulls will have to use a full timeout as they've already utilized their 20-second timeout. So a full timeout called on the floor as we get a look at the action high above the rim. Bulls leading 16-10 on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Champion Chicago Bulls shooting at a hot clip here. This quarter of Sonics basketball being brought to you by the new Subaru Impreza What to Drive. The numbers reflect the Bulls shooting the lights out of it. 7 of 12, 58%. Sonics are 5 of 5, but the key here in the first quarter has been the Sonic turnovers. 7 on the inbounds pass. Chicago turns it over. Pippen tried to float a lazy pass to Jordan, deflected by Pierce. Here come the Sonics. The Bulls fill the lane. The Sonics will have to set up in the half court. Seattle's turned it over 7 times for 8 Chicago points. Chicago, with that turnover, has 3 for the first quarter. McKee out high on the left. Looking low for Kemp, fronted by Pippen. McKee will take it into the lane. Beats outside the cage. Baseline floater up. Won't go. Kemp grabs a rebound. Steps in on Pippen to the inline. Lost it beneath the cup. Hands to Cage. Up he comes with the left hand. Hit the bottom of the rim. Rebound. Grant up to Armstrong. 3-on-1. Pippen centers it. He'll take it to the wingman. It's Armstrong with a baseline flip. Missed it. Pippen with a rebound. Out to Jordan. Up fakes off the Purdue pick. He's all alone. Oh, man. He was shooting horse in the backyard. He drove it. 12 points for Jordan. He's at 5 of 5. And the Bulls lead by 8, 18-10.
Sonic
Pierce
needs
outside, skips a low to Kemp. Back to Cage on the roll of the hole. Up with the left hand. He missed 2 inside shots. Ball deflected outside Pippen. To Jordan. Pulls up on a 3. Rimmed it short. Rebound deflected. Michael Cage comes away with it. Cage needs help. Now dribble out of backcourt. Solo. Sonics will bring in Sam Perkins in a moment. Bulls lead it by 8, 18-10. On the inline, Pierce slants in. Give it to Kemp. Up fake. Steps into the lane. Jump stop. Turns. Steps between. Up with the left hand. Came up short. Pippen with a rebound. Pippen across midcourt. Inside the three-point arc. To the trailer Purdue. Quickly out to Armstrong. Down low to Grant. On the block. Turns. Follow-away jumper. No. Rebound. Sean Kemp. Hands off to Payton. Gary works ahead. Jordan turns. Collects him left-hand side of the arc. Payton will hand off to Pierce. Up fakes. Drives by Jordan. Flings. Missed it. Fouled as Jordan gave a glancing blow around the head. Pierce will get 2, and the foul's on Jordan is first.
It was a great pump fake by Ricky Pierce there. Drew Michael Jordan up in the air, cleared himself, went up strong, gets hit on the side of the head. Ricky gets to the line. The Sonics needed to have a good possession on the offensive end. Their last few times down, they did not get a quality shot at the hoop. They are not getting the types of shots that the Bulls are getting on their offensive end right now.
Ricky Pierce misses the free throw, rather uncharacteristic for Ricky. 90% free throw shooter. Well, the Sonics catching you up on turnovers here, and the points off of turnovers. Still 7 for 8 Chicago points. That's been one of the early stories here. Jordan, however, is 5 of 6, 12 points. 2 of 2 from the line. His only miss has been a three-pointer. Ricky's second one up, floats it up and right through. Well, the Sonics send in McMillan and Perkins to team with Pierce, McKee, and who else is out there? Sean Kemp. He's on the block. Denying Grant the ball. They swing it to Jordan, left-hand side of the circle. Backs down on Pierce. Hook pass across the lane over to Darrell Walker. Steps left, moves right, forced into the corner by Kemp. Purdue comes over to collect Kemp. They jump out. Perkins on Walker. Center it to Jordan. Fires a 3 with McKee on him. Rims off the glass. Actually off the glass. No rim involved. Kept the rebound. Dribbles across midcourt into the lane. Challenge to start and jams it down. Whoa! Sean Kemp put on his cape and went flying. I mean, he came spinning out of the phone booth and jammed it down. Michael Jordan wanted no piece of that one.
He picks up some speed coming down the middle. He's tough to stop.
Wow. Just a mild-mannered reporter, and then all of a sudden, bang, he's Superman. Here's Jordan into the lane, switches right to left hand. MJ poster play into the left hand. Michael Jordan with 14 points, playing in obvious pain, dragging the leg, playing on adrenaline. He's hit 6 out of 8.
Michael Jordan's one-handing the ball there, going to the basket. Strong is able to switch it from his right to his left hand and lay it up easily, drawing the foul in doing so. Michael Jordan, you have to watch out for. It almost seems like if he gets knocked down or gets hurt a little bit, when he gets back out on the court, he's even better. Seems to be able to play through that type of thing, and maybe his concentration and focus even improves. He's off to a great start here with 15 points in this first quarter.
And the Bulls have an 8-point lead with 3:50 to go in the first quarter. McMillan takes Jordan right side. They collide. McMillan lost a handle on the ball, and it comes right to Scottie Pippen. 8th turnover of the night on the Sonics here in the first quarter. As Jack mentioned, Jordan with 15 first quarter points. Scottie Pippen handling it outside. Feeds over to Perdue. He'll cut off the high post. Up fakes McKee off his feet into the lane. Return feed to Perdue. Up he comes. Blocked by Kemp. Ball loose. Comes to the end line. Walker can't track it down, and Seattle will take over.
Sean Kemp's becoming a force there in the middle. In the last 4 or 5 games, he's had some unbelievable blocks. He's looking to come up from the weak side and help a lot, and he did just that with Perdue.
Kemp sets a pick. McMillan rolls off of it, floats it to you. Ricky Pierce, he threw a really bad pass intended for McKee. It hit the brace of the basket and fell out of bounds. Well, the Sonics have had inside opportunities, but they've either thrown the ball away or they have not been able to get the basket anywhere near the rim.
Yeah, they are forcing it. They are not feeling comfortable. Maybe a little too psyched up playing against the defending champs. I think as the game goes on, the Sonics will settle down a little bit and convert on their opportunities.
Michael Jordan checks out, having played 9 first quarter minutes. 15 points for Jordan. And he leaves with the ball club on top by 8. Left side, Pippen will take over offensively. Rims a long jumper short. Rebound grab by McMillan. Across midcourt he comes. Steers it to the right side. Pulls on the brakes. Kemp will come out to screen on Pippen. Now will drop down. Perkins on the ball side on the block. They don't like that. They'll feed to McKee down low. Kemp on a reverse up with the right hand. Slung around by Will Perdue and fouled. Perdue reached out, grabbed the right shoulder, and dragged him down. Kemp will get 2 at the line.
The Sonics ball movement was not very good last night in Indiana. Right there was a good example of what ball movement does for you. Nate McMillan swung it from one side to the other. Derek McKee. He was able to look down. Sean Kemp did a good job of blocking out, getting good position on his man. They got it down to him. The only thing the Bulls could do in the person of Will Perdue is foul.
Sean Kemp up to 7 points as he hits the free throw. He's hit 3 of 4 from the field. 3 rebounds for Kemp from Elkhart, Indiana, which is actually closer in driving distance to Chicago than Indianapolis, Indiana was last night for the 3 busload caravan that came to see him play. Kemp hits the second free throw. 8 for Sean. The Sonics trail by 6, 21-15. Trent Tucker is on along with Darrell Walker at the guards for Phil Jackson's Bulls. Grant, Perdue, and Pippen across the front line. Perdue in the corner. I should say it's Pippen running the in-line. Elevates into the air. Lost a handle. Kemp comes away with it off glass. Leaps in midcourt. Feeds over to Perkins. Down the flank comes Sudden Sam in the corner. With it is Johnson. Working on Perdue. Here's Perkins. Bluffs the pick. Settles in on the block. He's got Walker on him. Now he's triple teamed out to Johnson. Open floater. Got it. Eddie Johnson back in his hometown. Drills his first deuce, Jack.
Nice 2-man game by Sam Perkins, Eddie Johnson. They made the Bulls commit, and Eddie ends up with a good look at the basket. Sonics need more of that.
Sonics ball within 4. Perdue has it down low. Nice skip to the cutter. Walker comes in and lays it up and in with an extended right hand. Darrell Walker on a 5 feet from Perdue. 23-17 the score. McMillan now will dart down in front of his own bench. Send it low to Pierce. Double teamed over there by Tucker and Walker. Pierce slings a sidearm pass outside to Kemp. Rotated over to Johnson. Hesitates left. Goes right. Pippen all over. Now to Perkins. Then he comes with the right hand. Switches to the left. Angles one up. Left it short. Rebound caroms right into the hands of Scottie Pippen. He'll take the high dribble across midcourt. Slants to the key. Fires one over to Walker. He'll take it into the lane. Jabbed away by McMillan, but right to Grant. Now to Tucker. 14 on the shot clock for Trent. 1:17 to go in the first. Pippen outside the three-point perimeter, covered by Eddie Johnson. Jabs right, goes left, lost the handle, ball loose. Who's going to get it? Perdue. 5 in the shot. Shot clock 4. He threw it away right to McMillan. Nate up the floor. He's got numbers 2 on 2. Kemp will leave it for Perkins into the lane. And he comes with a left-handed scoop shot, and he got away with a walk.
I think so. I think he was surprised. Everyone thought Sean was just going to take it right to the basket. He laid it off to Sam. Sam actually did a good enough job to fool everybody in the gym.
Yeah, he decoyed that. I was waiting for a whistle. Pierce comes out on an exchange between guards. Tucker had it. Ricky chopped at it and draws the foul from Greg Willard. First foul on Ricky Pierce. That'll be the first foul in the last 2 minutes of play with 47 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think it helps that Sam Perkins got those long strides because the referees may give it to you. Actually, I think looking at it again, maybe the referees were right and we were wrong.
Yeah, I think we were wrong. Looked pretty clean. He just kind of shuffled his feet a bit. Here's a ball deflected away. Nate McMillan comes up with it, caught a finger in the eye. Will he call it 20? No, a hand off to Kemp. Sean will bring it up. Better give it up to Dana Barros. Sonics are in the front court. Kemp handling it. Dana Barros will take it as McMillan comes over here flinching, and Barros will drop it low to Kemp on the in line. Turns, double team, jump stops in the lane. Went into the air, lost the handle. Purdue comes away with it, stripped away by Kemp. With 16 seconds remaining, Kemp is called with a foul. First foul on Sean. And it will send Will Purdue to the line for 2 free throws.
George Karl's got to be a little frustrated right here. He believes that Sean Kemp got the ball in a group of people, a group of Bulls. He loses it, no whistle, and the Bulls pick it up, and one of the Sonics knock it away, and there's a foul call against the Sonics.
The Sonics have 10 turnovers for the ball game. The Bulls have scored 8 points off of those turnovers. Will Purdue, a 57% free throw shooter, will head to the line. Field goal shooting has been good for Will, 60% over the last 11 ball games. The Bulls last played Friday night here at the stadium. They lost in overtime to the San Antonio Spurs despite the outstanding play, a triple-double by Scottie Pippen. Purdue to the line, hits the free throw. Michael Jordan left at about the 9-minute mark of the first quarter, but the Bulls on top by 8. And the Sonics have been able to only shave, well, now 2 points off of the lead. 25-19 the scores. Purdue hits both free throws. Sonics will bring it up. Here's McMillan into the lane with 10. Over to Kemp. He'll raise up and come in with 2 hands. Jam it down. Sean Kemp with 10 points. Kemp took off that time and was up in the outer constellations. Bulls lead by 4. Pippen hesitates left side. Here comes Scottie. He'll raise up. Nice feed to Grant. Open J. Rimmed it at the buzzer. Purdue's putback will not count. At the end of 1, the Bulls behind Jordan's 15 lead it 25-21 on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. The Chicago Bulls, after 1, lead here at the stadium 25-21. Michael Jordan with 15 points on 6 of 8 shooting from the field was the key for the Chicago Bulls. The Sonics, however, Jack, shot the ball well on 9 of 14, 64%.
Yeah, the last part of that first quarter, they took better care of the basketball, got more shot opportunities, and definitely converted on them, especially opportunities like that.
Sean Kemp with 10 points on a slam dunk. He had a couple. 4 of 5 shooting for Kemp, led the Sonics in scoring. He also had 4 rebounds. Sonics set it up offensively. On the inside, low block. The Sonics commit another turnover. Eddie Johnson sets an illegal pick down on the baseline. It is the 11th turnover of the game for the Sonics, who had 10 in the first quarter, giving up 10 points to Chicago off turnovers. Michael Jordan is back in after a 3-minute hiatus on the bench. The upper deck cam here at the Chicago Stadium, looking down on the action. Rodney McRae, the longtime veteran, out of Louisville in the lineup. Here's Armstrong off Scott Williams' high post handoff. Feed it low to Williams, double team, trying to feed outside on the far point. I believe nobody was there. He threw it out of bounds. The Bulls had 5 turnovers in that first quarter. Interesting stat. Jordan was 6 of 8 with 15 points, but the rest of the Bulls, make it 4 of 15 for 10 points. Down low, Perkins with it. Back to the basket. Backs in and bumps on Stacey King. Turns in the lane, fades, fires, and hits. We're going to see more of Perkins tonight, I got a feeling. On the low block, he hits a turnaround 12-footer. 25-23, the Sonics down by 8, have pulled it within 2. Jordan handles the ball high on the left with it. Scott Williams. Back to Michael Jordan. The strength of the Sonics obviously has been their depth and the ability to wear opponents down. Jordan takes it right side over McMillan. Pushes up a shot, missed it. Cage with a rebound, double teamed in there by King and Williams. And a scrap finally comes away with it. Will feed ahead to Barros. Dana jumps on the brakes out beyond the three-point line. Feeds over to Eddie Johnson. Eddie cuts in with the left hand. Stops. Float away. 15-footer left and short. The air ball grabbed by Cage. 9 on the shot clock. Out to Barrows. 6 on the shot clock. He'll dribble. Stop. Feed to Perkins. 3 on the shot clock. Turnaround jumper. Rimmed off. Rebound Jordan. Nearly knocked down by McCray. He'll dribble in traffic. Slow it up in backcourt and bring it across. Jordan covered by Nate McMillan. Couple of guys raised in North Carolina. McCray with it. Jabbed away from behind by Johnson. McCray dives for it on the floor. Tried to feed to Armstrong. Deflected by Johnson. Grabbed by Armstrong. 4 on the shot clock. McCray up fake. McMillan off his feet. His shot rims off. Scott Williams had the rebound. And a loose ball foul is called inside on the Chicago Bulls. This will be on Stacey King. Wild action here tonight at the stadium. That was quite an exchange.
We saw George Karl come back with Michael Cage here in the second quarter already, a little earlier than he has done in the past, but Michael's been working hard on those boards. The Sonics got beat on the boards last night. As Kevin, you alluded to earlier, I think we'll see Sam Perkins and Michael Cage more tonight.
Sonics have Johnson, Perkins, McMillan, Cage, and Barrows on the floor. Perkins has it left-hand side of the lane. Double team. He'll back out, face up, and send it cross-court to McMillan. 9 on the shot clock. Long bomb by Nate. Won't go. Grant had inside position. Seals off Cage. Grabs the rebound. Here comes Michael Jordan. Barrows will pick him up outside. Michael Jordan just inside the three-point ring. Looking over the right shoulder. Fending off Dana Barrows. Handling him with the left hand. Backs him down in the paint. Turns, reverses, feeds over to King. Set shot from the baseline. Snucks it in. Stacey King with his first deuce. Set up by Jordan. 27-23. Bulls by 4. McMillan races the other way. Sends it low to Perkins. Perkins back to Mack. Cross-court Johnson all alone. 20-foot hoist. No. Rebound Michael Cage. King was on his back. King with a loose ball foul. It's his second.
Michael Cage again is working hard on positioning, working that weak side of the hoop. Right there, he gets inside position, gets pushed from behind.
Bulls lead by 4. Sonics will bring it in bounds with a fresh 24 on the shot clock. Eddie Johnson works here to the near side, skips it low. Perkins backs, turns, tried to feed into the lane to Cage, deflected away by Jordan. Grant reaching out after it, and it was Cage who eventually poked it out of bounds. Chicago basketball. Armstrong up the near wing. Jordan sets a fine screen at midcourt on Barrows. He negotiates around it to collect Armstrong. Armstrong will drop it low to King. Sonics have hurt themselves with 12 turnovers. King backs Perkins down, turns in the lane, whips up a left-handed leaner, won't go. Perkins grabs the rebound, will wheel it ahead. Here's McMillan taking long strides with a high dribble down the flank. Nate on the near side rotates off of Perkins' pick into the air. Long jumper by Nate, won't go. McCray grabs the rebound. Nate McMillan 0 for 2 here in the early going. A lob pass intended for Grant on the alley-oop. Sailed over his head and out of bounds. Seattle will bring it up on the Bull turnover.
Since Michael Jordan sat down the first time, the Bulls have not scored many points, maybe 6 or 8 points at the most. The Sonics have missed some opportunities to get right back in this ball game.
Johnson from the baseline strokes in a jump shot. Eddie Johnson pops out and delivers. And the Sonics have hit a perfect 50% on 11 of 21. Outside McCray with it. Sling it over to Grant on the edge. Skips it low on the block. Jordan backs, turns, reverse pivot. Fall away jumper won't go off the brace. Rebound deflected by Barrows. Who's going to get it? Grant. Well, the Bulls have conceded possession to the Sonics. Armstrong and Jordan were heading down the floor. Armstrong will send it low to McCray. He'll lay it up and in on a beautiful pass around the rim. Bulls lead at 29-25. 7:43 to go in the second period. Barrows outside off the Perkins pick, slants, split the defense and took it to the glass with a beautiful shovel shot up and in.
Dana Barrows just did a great job of splitting the defense and then took it quick to the basket. No Bulls were able to react and recover defensively.
Jordan has it one-on-one on McMillan. Takes him free throw line right. Time to try to send a pass inside to McCray. Broken up by McMillan. The Sonics bring it up on the break. Barrows will pull up, float a high one up. It rims high into the air off the brace and fell straight back down. Dana Barrows has hit the last two for the Sonics to tie the game at 29 all.
It wasn't pretty, but it still counts too, Kevin.
That's right. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. You betcha. Grant high on the right, 20 feet from the hole, is covered by Cage. Center it to Jordan. Drifts off a King pick, and now Perkins will pick up Jordan outside the three-point perimeter. Long arms, big smooth, reaching in. Jordan trying to turn the corner. Double team. Give it to Grant. Back to Jordan into the lane. Roundhouse right-handed scoop shot rolls off. Perkins clears the rebound. Barrows with it. Dana B across midcourt. Fires over to Eddie. Long jumpers for EJ is good. Eddie Johnson with 6 points. 6:34 left here in the second. The Sonics take the lead 31-29. Michael Jordan looking over the Chicago bench, and a timeout is called. Michael Jordan, just looking at his face, appears to be wincing with a bit of pain. 6:29 to go, second quarter. Sonics with the lead. Back in a moment. Farmers Fast Break brought to you by Farmers Insurance. America depends on farmers and has for over 60 years.
Kevin, basketball is a team game, but this fast break is a one-man show, and he takes off right there for a hearty slam.
Sean Kemp dribbling right up the back of Will Perdue. Jordan wanted no piece of that action. Sean Kemp flying high into the air to send it down on the Farmers Fast Break. Well, the Chicago Bulls have hit 2 of 7 in the quarter. The Sonics 5 of 10. Jordan 1 of his last 6. Takes it into the lane. Beautiful scoop shot to the rim. Lays it up and in.
It's
Jordan with 17.
Kevin, it's surprising when the Bulls need a hoop that they go to Jordan.
Even with the bad wheel. He played all but 3 minutes of the first quarter, folks, and had 15 first quarter points.
I think that look over the bench before that timeout was, let me have the ball and let me do my thing.
That could have been it. Barrows comes off the cage pick. And you can hear flesh on flesh as King reached in and slapping the ball. Stacey King picks up his 3rd foul, and he'll make an immediate exit and give way to Scott Williams. Williams, the only rookie on the first championship team the Bulls had in the 90s, the 90-91 team. 6'10" and 230 in his 3rd year out of North Carolina. Sonics will bring it in. Score tied at 31. Just under 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Johnson with it in front of his own bench. Skips it low. Heavy D will back down on Grant. Grant slaps it away. Jordan McKee picks it up, turns and delivers from 10 feet on the swivel. Jump shot, baseline left. McKee's first basket of the night. In fact, his first shot, Jack.
Yeah, the Bulls aren't a tall team, as the Sonics are not across that front line. They don't have a lot of people over 6'10", 6'11", so the Sonics should be able to be successful on that box tonight.
Bulls moving it rapidly. Jordan double team, sends it low to Williams. Shot blocked by McKee. Williams came down with it, went back up, and finally fouled by Michael Cage. The first foul on Cage will send Williams to the line for 2.
Nice interior passing by Michael Jordan, seeing Scott Williams going to the basket. He goes up strong. Derek McKee did a great job anticipating the dunk opportunity by Scott Williams, but he gets the ball back, and Michael Cage gets him the second time up.
Williams threw it up, and it was off the mark. When he let go of it, he knew it. He's a 66%er from the free throw line. The Chicago Bulls, a fine defensive team, are number 2 in the NBA in points allowed to the opposition. The Sonics are number 5 in scoring at 109 a game. George Karl told us before tonight's ball game he would like to get over the 100-point mark tonight. With 5:18 to go, the Sonics lead the Bulls 33-32. Here comes McKee across midcourt, checked by Rodney McRae. He was an all-team first-team defenseman back in '86, and he manages to reach in. The ball goes off McKee's foot. Jordan will take it up, fires a floater up, missed it badly. Rebound covered by Payton. He'll bring it ahead. And off to Ricky Pierce. Ricky juggled it, dribbling the basketball. We don't see rapid movement of the basketball by the Sonics. Pierce double team. Now needs help. Feeds over to McKee. Lost a handle on it. Grabbed off the floor by McRae. Hustling play. Gives it away. Derek steps in front of him. And we've got a whistle. Darryl Garrettson immediately noticed that the clock had not been reset. He had ruled a change of possession on that. So the Sonics on this call by Darryl will have the advantage. They'll get 22 cranked up on the shot clock with possession.
Sonics second group coming off the bench. Perkins, Eddie Johnson, Nate McMillan done a good job. They've outscored the Bulls here and gave the Sonics a lift just as they did last night against Indiana. Let's see if the first team back in there can sustain it.
Well, Gary Payton has the inbounds pass, fires it cross court. McKee sets up, isolated one-on-one to McRae, dribbles to the end line. Derek McKee backs down on Rodney McRae. The turnaround jump shot, fade away, missed it, rebound, grabbed by Scott Williams. 33-32, Sonics by 1, 4:21 to go, second quarter play. Sonics tonight have hit on 15 of 26, 57%. The Bulls 13 of 33, 39, but the Sonic turnovers have killed them. 13 for 10 Chicago points. Jordan takes the left side. Cage has a nice job to stand his ground. Jordan jump passes outside to Pippen. Back to Jordan. Long J off the glass. and a violation of the shot clock. Remember, has to hit the rim, has to hit metal this year in order for a reset of the clock. 3:58 remaining in the first half, and the Sonics leading by 1 since Sam Perkins in for Michael Cage. He'll team with Sean Kemp and Derek McKee on the front line. Payton and Pierce are the guards.
Both Ricky Pierce and Gary Payton have struggled so far in this road trip. It's important for the Sonics that they make good decisions, and Ricky especially drill down a couple jumpers.
And here he is with a 15-footer from Payton. He heard you. 15-footer is good off the angle. That is the first field goal for Ricky Pierce tonight. Sonics have a 3-point lead, their largest of the ball game. Outside, Jordan jogs along the perimeter of that 3-point strike. He'll send it to the 10-year veteran from Louisville, Rodney McCray. Over to Williams. Try to feed low to Jordan. Good overplay by the Sonics and a deflection out of bounds. Chicago will take it with 9 on the shot clock.
Gary Payton shows that anticipation. He's always thinking about where that next pass is going to be. Jumped in the passing lane, knocked it away from Jordan.
McCray, with Payton jumping in front of him, will feed all the way out here to Pippen. One-on-one on Pierce. To the inline he comes. Nice up fake. Loops a high hook over Kemp. Missed it. Rebound McCray. Deflected on the follow by McCray by Perkins. Kemp will bring it across to Payton. What a high one shot. Kemp will jam it down. Sean Kemp with a bone-jarring, tooth-rattling, two-handed slam dunk. And a beautiful lob from Gary Payton.
We're watching a trapeze act out here so far tonight, Kevin.
Man, with no net. He defies gravity. 5-point Sonic lead. Jordan outside. Long J for MJ. Rimmed it. Rebound Kemp. Here he comes across midcourt with a dribble. Across the 10-second line. Covered by Grant. Fires a bullet over to Payton off the baseline. His shot off the mark. Perkins has the inside position for the rebound. Feed outside to McKee. Now to Kemp. He'll hand off to Payton along the sideline in front of his own bench. Works off a Kemp pick. Into the key comes, covered by Jordan. Gary will back off with 12 on the shot clock. 2:32 to go here in the second quarter. Payton floats it over to Pierce in the corner, covered by Grant. Standing still now, slants him with the dribble. Lost the handle as he went up. Grabbed by Pippen. Here comes Scotty out of backcourt. Sonics have a 5-point lead. Jordan to the inline. Backs in, whirls over to Williams. Open J. He got it. Williams with his first deuce. Sonics bring it back again. Ricky into the lane. Double team. This time a beautiful feed to Payton, who was cutting alongside. Scoops it to Gary Payton, laying it in. He's fouled, and he will go to the line with the Sonics leading the Bulls. 39-34. Timeout's been called with 2:06 to go in the first half. Here on the Sonics. A 5-point lead. Ricky Pierce double teamed into the lane. Had Gary Payton running with him. He went up to the glass and laid it up and in on that previous play to the fast break. Ricky trying to take it into the lane, was stripped of the ball. This time, good judgment, spotted a man running with him.
Right, the Sonics in transition had numbers going down. Ricky penetrated the middle, went up in the air, didn't like what he felt or saw or sensed at that moment, but there was Gary Payton in the lane where Ricky could find him and get an easy 2 points and a foul.
And Gary to the line, converts on the free throw. The Sonics have their largest lead of the night. They are up 6. Jordan had a 5-for-5 start to this ball game. Since then, 6 for 9. The Sonics in the quarter, 9 of 16, 56%. Chicago 4 of 15, 27%. Jordan covered by Kemp. Now double teamed. Free throw line right. Feed it low to Grant. Whirls into the air and lays it up and in. Grant was down low in scoring position and picks up his first field goal of the night. The Sonics lead by 4. McKee along with Perkins, Payton, Pierce, and Kemp. Kemp has the low ground. Gets the feed from Pierce. Backs down on Grant. Jumps into the lane, stops, shuffled the feet, and walked to the basketball.
Sean backed in Horace Grant there. I believe he's strong enough that Sean just goes up right away with that hook shot or a turnaround jumper. He'd be a lot more effective. At that time, when you spend that much time and going back and forth, the referee's going to call a travel on you.
15 turnover. The Bulls have a dozen points off turnovers. Kemp comes out, gets all over Grant. I mean, he was reading his bank account. He was so close to him. Grant feeds over to Armstrong. Down low, Michael Jordan, double team. Beautiful hook over the shoulder. A bullet pass to Grant for the jam. Grant with 4 on a beautiful no-look feed over the shoulder from Michael Jordan.
A complete player. Offensively can do anything he wants. Defensively, one of the top players in the league. Good passer also.
Payton into the lane outside to Pierce. Back to Gary on the wing. Backs down on Armstrong. Hurls up a left-hander over Purdue. Won't go. Got his rebound. Turns. Banks a high one up and in. Gary Payton sent it high off the window. Sonics lead at 42-38. Back comes Armstrong, whirls into the lane. Off it comes to Grant. Might have walked to the inline. Hammered and fouled. Pip was all over him. Second foul on the Rain Man.
Yeah, the Bulls are doing a good job now. They must have found something out where Horace Grant is open on the offensive end when there's a double team situation, or the Sonics go to penetration, because they've dumped it off to Horace now the last 3 plays, and he's been real effective in converting.
Grant to the line, lays it up and in. Grant has 5 for the ball game. Armstrong setting up Grant on that spin inside. Kemp knew he had to stay home, but here came Armstrong. He had beaten his man, Gary Payton, into the lane, and when he stepped out, he then was out of position to guard Grant. Grant hits the first but misses the second. Kemp claims another rebound, his 6th of the night. Will bring it across with a hard left-hand dribble. He'll pull up and hand to Gary. Sonics leading by 3:33 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Payton comes off of Perkins. Pick out on the flank. McKee pops out off the Perkins screen. He'll take it into the lane. Takes it to the left side. Pulls up with the right hand and drops it up and in off the left foot. Derek McKee with 4 points.
We saw it a couple times last night. Now tonight, Derek McKee, great body control. Under control when he goes into traffic. Knows how far he can take it. Then pulls up and gets a good look at the basket and cans it.
McKee forces Pippen to give it up to Jordan. He is covered by Pierce. Ricky lunges in. Jordan spins away. Now Jordan double team. Handles it to the sideline. The Sonics pursuing. Jordan will pull up. Floats a high one up. Hit the brace. Grabbed his rebound. He'll flick it again. And he got it. Jordan from the corner. 19 for Michael Jordan, and the second quarter ends. Jordan, with bad wheel and all, logged in a number of minutes and had 19 points. And the Sonics at half lead the Bulls 44-41 on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. At halftime, the Sonics lead the Chicago Bulls 44-41. A valiant Chicago Bulls have 10 offensive rebounds here at half. A look at the scoring for both teams and the percentages in the first half. Seattle 20 of 33, 61%, and the strength of an 11 for 19 showing in the second period. Bulls 17 of 42, 40%. Chicago 7 of 9 from the line. The Sonics 4 of 5, assists 11 apiece, and turnovers 15 Sonic miscues, 15 Sonic turnovers for 14 Chicago points, 9 Bull turnovers for 12 Sonic points. So really, while the turnovers bog your offense down, they haven't been hurt that badly in terms of points off of turnovers. Outscored only 2 in that category. The individual stats: Sean Kemp 7.6 boards, Gary Payton 9 and 3 rebounds. Eddie Johnson has 6 points. The Chicago Bulls, led by Jordan, 19 points. Michael Jordan played 8 minutes 46 seconds in the first and played all 12 minutes in the second quarter. 19 points for Jordan. Grant 5 points, Pippen 4 points, 6 rebounds. George Carr looking on as we begin this third quarter of play. That is something. I'll tell you, Jack, Michael playing 8 minutes 46 seconds of the first and all of the second quarter of play. Phenomenal.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, especially the fact he hasn't practiced for a week, whether fatigue sets in this fourth quarter. But you almost hate to talk about it, Kevin, when you're talking about Michael Jordan. Sonics need to get off to good starts, particularly their ball handlers. 10 of those 15 turnovers are between Payton, Pierce, and Derek McKee, probably their 3 best ball handlers in the starting lineup. They need to take care of it a little better.
Ricky Pierce only had 1 attempt in the first half, and he hit that. Here's Kemp on the low block up fakes between 3 Bulls. He took Jordan, Grant, and Purdue to class and wheeled it up and in with a little sidearm half hook. Rimmed it in.
Right out of the chute, the Sonics executed a play on the offensive end, got the ball deep to Sean Kemp.
Sonics by 5. Pippen outside, tosses to the point to Armstrong, stolen by Pierce. He'll come up the floor. Armstrong from behind fouled him, chopped him, and a foul called on Armstrong will send Ricky Pierce to the line for 2.
Ricky anticipated that pass, got a hand on it. Ricky's speed will fool you. When he wants to get going, and after a loose ball, he can outrun a lot of people. Was able to beat Armstrong to the ball, got out ahead. Greg Willard called the grab by Armstrong, but it's a 2-shot foul because Ricky had a clear path to the basket.
And Ricky throws the free throw in there. That's something. Only 1 shot for Ricky in 17 minutes of the first half. Derek McKee likewise didn't get many opportunities. 2 for 3. The Sonics really spread it out. Johnson had 5 attempts, was 3 of 5. Sean Kemp was 5 of 6.
You know, Kevin, Ricky Pierce and Derek McKee are being guarded by Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, two pretty good defensive players also.
That's part of defense, or to become a good defensive player, just to deny the guy the ball in the first place. It kind of cuts down the workload. Here's Jordan outside, leaning on Payton. He's double teamed now as Pierce comes over to sag on him. He'll swing it to Armstrong, over to Pippen, skips the low pass to Purdue. He'll turn and is handcuffed by Kemp. Third foul on Sean Kemp. And he really didn't need to do it. What Sean probably needs to learn to do is sometimes concede 2 points rather than pick up the foul. He had no chance here of blocking that shot.
The Sonics were late reacting to the fact that Purdue was open, and Sean Kemp just reached in for that ball. If he had put 2 hands up, I think he would have caused Purdue to have to take a tough shot. It would have been an easy conversion for Will Purdue, and that's what you're looking for in those situations.
And let's face it, Will Purdue is not a great one at altering his shot in midair. Purdue's first one is up and off the mark. Second one missed. McKee on a hustle play sprints in from the top of the key, deflects the ball into Sonic hands, and Payton will bring it ahead. Seattle leading by 6, 48-42. Pierce, free throw line left, fires over Jordan. Got it. Ricky Pierce knocks down a jump shot. Boy, this might be the quarter for Ricky to get it heated up. 7 points for Pierce.
Good execution again by Sonics. A double, a down pick on Ricky Pierce, pops him open, he hits the jumper.
High post with it. Grant looking over the left shoulder, swings it across the lane, cross court to Armstrong. Into the near corner to Pippen. Forced out wide on the defensive cage on the jump switch. That leaves McKee leaning on Purdue. Tries to hand off to Pippen on the slide to the hole. Tapped away. Purdue picked it up. McKee picks his pocket. Sends it up to Gary. Gary, who hit 4 of 6 in the first half, pulls up, needs help. Now a feed over to Ricky Pierce. Jab steps right, takes it right, slants in, stops, 15-footer, hurls a high one up, missed it. Cage keeps it alive, deflects off his fingertips, grabbed by Pippen. McKee lunges in, tried to strip him of the ball. At the same time, Pippen lowered the shoulder, and Pippen put the shoulder right up into Derek's mouth.
Derek McKee is trying to anticipate a spin move here. He thought Pippen was going to spin away from him, and Pippen was just hesitating a little bit, and they both ran into each other hard. They're both checking each other out, but both seem to be okay.
Is there an orthodontist in the house? Derek McKee checking the dental work. Appears to be all right. Defensively picks up Pippen. Pippen will push it right-hand side of the three-point arc over to Jordan. Jordan backs down on Payton, double team, slings it low to Purdue. Kemp steps up and steals it easily. Kemp gives an elbow to Purdue after Purdue racked him up. Lee Jones didn't see it. Kemp got away with a mayhem. Here Pierce into the lane, up and in with the left hand. Pierce came the other way and up and ended with a left hand. Let's take a look at the replay. Purdue did bump Kemp as they came up the floor. Kemp backed him up with a stiff elbow. We'll take a look at the action.
Yeah, I think a Purdue first one, it slams into him a little bit, and Kemp slams him back. He didn't finesse it at all. Lee Jones saw the whole play and decided to let it go. It'll be interesting to see what the ending is to all this.
Well, Phil Jackson gets Lee Jones here on the sideline, as does Michael Jordan. Pierce to the line, pumps in the free throw. Ricky Pierce has heated it up here in the third quarter. The Sonics on a 9-1 run, lead it 53-42. So the Sonics on top by 11, and they put the pressure on Armstrong. Cross court to Pippen. Along the end line, he is covered by Michael Cage. Pippen, long J, got it. That'll heat the crowd up. Scottie Pippen raises for a J. Pippen only has 6 points for the night. Derek McKee's done a pretty fair job on Pippen defensively. On the low block, Kemp has it. Circles by Purdue into the lane. Drop step spin. Hurls it outside of McKee. 3 in the key on the side.
Sean Kemp took it deep again, and again, drew a lot of bulls. It took a while to get rid of it. Darryl Gerritsen decided he spent too much time in that key, and it's a 3-second call.
9-point Sonic lead. Kemp comes out, pursues Armstrong. Remember, Kemp has 3 fouls. He can't get too aggressive. Oh, he makes a beautiful check save and a beauty. And I mean, he sent a bullet over here right at us, and it hit the monitor.
We both had our hands up, though.
Hit the monitor, and that thing is still ticking. Look at that. That's a piece of good old USA hardware right there. That's made in the USA, folks. Right there, a testament to the hardworking men of America.
Good thing I pulled you back and saved you, Kevin.
Here's Pippen into the lane. Stripped of the ball by McKee. Deflects out of bounds. And the Bulls will get it back. This thing's heating up here in the third quarter. Sonics lead it 53-44. 9:06 to go in the third period. Sonics had a 9-1 run. Then Pippen came back, raised with a jumper. On the inbound, Jordan double teamed out to Armstrong for a three. Got it! B.J. Armstrong with a home run. B.J. throws a three ball.
B.J.'s one of the better three-point shooters in the league so far this year. They got to know where he's at all times.
Indeed he is. He's been quiet. Number 2 at 46%. Kemp in line right, floated a pass over to McKee. Jordan reaches out to steal. Jordan will bring it ahead. 5 unanswered points by the Bulls. They trimmed it to 6 into the lane. Jordan double team from behind. McKee tried to strip it. Foul on Derrick, his third. A non-shooting foul. And the third team foul on the Sonics.
Sonics need to pull out a stop here for the against the Bulls, stop their momentum a little bit, and then need to execute on the offensive end. Get something off their offense.
Jordan in the corner. Tried to sling a high bullet pass to Pippen. It's deflected by Michael Cage out of bounds. Chicago will bring it back with 20 on the shot clock. Well, since Ricky Pierce scored the three-point play on the basket and the foul, the free throw, and after Kemp and Purdue tangled up, the Bulls have reeled off 6 unanswered points. Jordan into the lane. Might have been deflected as McKee came across the shoulders. Might have just ticked it a bit. It fell off the mark. McKee will bring it across. He is covered by Pippen outside. Slows up. Feeds over to Kemp. Starts up. Stops into the lane. Double teamed out to Derrick. Rocks right. Sways left. In he comes to the baseline. Feeds to Gary with 7 on the shot clock. Long bomb, no. No Sonic rebounders around in the lane. Purdue grabs the board. With his recovery, here come the Bulls, trailing by 6, 53-47. Bulls trying to mount a charge. They were down 11 a moment ago. Number 23, MJ outside, has the ball jabbed away by Payton. Jordan will retreat to get it. Jordan double team, hooks it, low block, left side. Pippen takes the pass, turns, squares, got it. Pippen for 15. Scottie Pippen with that jump shot has given the Bulls 8 unanswered points, and they have pulled back here 53-49. So 7 unanswered points, 7:43 left in the first. Back in a moment on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Well, here we are in Chicago with 7:43 to go in the third. The Bulls mounting a charge, Jack. The Sonics were up 11, and the Bulls have scored 7 unanswered points. Pippen's hit a couple of jumpers, and Armstrong jacked the 3. This has all occurred since Purdue and Kemp got mixed up and exchanged some bumps. And Ricky Pierce scored on that three-point play. Now the Sonics have got to find some fire and bounce back.
Sonics started this half by getting 2 buckets off their offense, executing. Couple down picks. Worked Sean Kemp on the baseline. They need the same now.
McKee, double teamed in backcourt, works his way across on a beautiful Cage pick at midcourt on Pippen. Then dribbled into the lane, tried a no-look feed that was deflected high, way high into the air at the stadium. Fell out of bounds, and the Sonics have it with 10 on the shot clock, and McKee will bring it in bounds to Cage. Michael with 8 on the shot clock, covered by Purdue out around the three-point perimeter. Over to Kemp. Jab steps left, takes it right, arcs a high one up, air ball grabbed by Cage. You lay it in. He's fouled, and Michael Cage will go to the free throw line on a big, big recovery. Michael Cage with 7:19 to go in the third puts the Sonics up 6.
Michael Cage is always working on that baseline, trying to get in underneath and get some good angles for the rebound. He was able to anticipate that shot coming off to the left-hand side, grab the rebound, and score 2 points and get fouled on the play.
Missed the free throw. The rebounds recovered by the Bulls. The Sonics have a 6-point lead, but they snapped the 7-0 run by the Chicago Bulls. 55-49, 7:09 to go. Armstrong up a Purdue pick, long jumper, grazed the iron, rebound grabbed by Pierce. Here he comes across midcourt. He's been hot here in the third. He'll take it all the way to the rack. Lay it up, goaltend. Pippen was in the cylinder. Give the deuce to the Sonics. Ricky Pierce, who has 9 of his 12 marked here in the third.
Right, Ricky Pierce bringing the ball down and break, cutting to the middle, going right, gets right to the basket, scores 2 points.
Sonics on top here by 8. Grant outside, covered by Kemp. He's all over. Grant picks up the dribble. Outside of Pippen, braces for a 3. A long launch, missed it. Grant grabs the long carry. Outside to Armstrong. Number 2 in the league in three-point percentage. Won't take it. Looks for help. McKee picks him up. Over to Michael Jordan. Up fakes Payton off his feet. He's picked up by Cage. Outside. Here's Armstrong. Bags a jumper in the lane. 7 for BJ. 57-51. Sonics by 6. 6:26 here in the third. McKee twists, drop step spin. Pippen closes him out, but McKee turns, squares, fires, and hits. Derrick McKee on the fall-away baseliner. Back comes Jordan, tongue out, tongue wagon. Banks it off the window, up and in. On the angle, Jordan with 21. His first mark here in the third. 59-53. Payton on the high post left side. It is Kemp. Now he drops down, will get the ball, and is fouled. Grant reaches over the top for his third foul.
Horace Grant is not happy. He feels that there's a push-off by Sean Kemp, but the referee saw Horace hanging all over Sean on his back, and the foul went against Horace.
6:03 left here in the third. Grant leaning on. Ooh, he shoved at Sean Kemp to pick up the foul. Here's McKee the other way. McKee out beyond the three-point line. Skips it on the block to Kemp. Out to Ricky. Good ball movement. Ricky backs in, spins by Jordan. Switches left to right hand in the air. Couldn't finish off a 12-footer. Rebound covered by the Bulls. Armstrong will bring it the other way. Skips it to Jordan on the far edge. Jordan looking low for Williams. Coming to the ball side. Now they isolate. Perkins comes out, spreads out on Jordan. He turns the corner on his former Carolina teammate and is fouled on the baseline. Perkins did not have position on the baseline. He'll pick up his first foul, and it puts the Sonics at the limit.
Coaches tell you if you're going to cut off that baseline, get that foot planted all the way on that line. Sam did not have a good angle, was a step slow in getting there. Michael Jordan was able to turn the corner. The only thing Sam could do was nudge him out of bounds.
Yeah, as soon as he saw Sam run at him, he sprinted right at him. He knew he could turn the corner on the big man. Armstrong has it, forecourt right. He's covered by Gary Payton. 16 on the shot clock. Cross-court Pippen with the left side double teamed out to Grant in the corner. He'll fire one high over Kemp. Won't go. Rebound. Jordan puts it up. Rejected by Derek McKee. He put a stamp of approval on that one. A stamp of disapproval and spanked it out of bounds.
Here's the second time in the last couple of minutes that Derek McKee has got his hands on one of Jordan's shots. Derek's always lurking around there looking for opportunities to cause some problems defensively.
Sonics lead by 6. Pippen on the inbound. Slants into the lane. Double team. They tried to send it off and squeeze a pass between McKee and Perkins in there to Williams. It's deflected out by the Sonics.
If the Sonics continue to play the smart, tenacious defense, they're frustrating the Bulls, and that's the first sign of the Bulls being in trouble.
And Pippen throws it to midcourt. Pierce picks it up. 3-on-2 out to Sam. Here he comes. Big smooth with a pull-up inline J. Nice feed from Ricky Pierce. 61-53. The Sonics lead by 8. So the Bulls went on that 7-0 run after they trailed by 11, and the Sonics have come right back. Here's Pippen outside. Off a fine pick from Jordan. Missed the jumper from the head of the key. Ricky grabs the rebound. Takes it left side. Pulls on the brakes. Up fakes. Leans. Tried to get under Armstrong. Couldn't. Baseballs it outside to Payton. Intercepted by Jordan. A foot race with Gary. Tried to slant in front of him. Jordan lays it up and in on the scoop. 23 for Michael Jordan. 61-55. Sonics by 6. 4:31 to go in the third. Jordan played every minute of the second period and all but 3 minutes of the first. On a bad wheel. He hasn't played in the last 6 days. Foul called on the Bulls. B.J. Armstrong trying to reach in. Is tagged with his second.
Ricky Pierce has got B.J. Armstrong on the box. He's working hard trying to keep good position. B.J. kind of wraps him around and pulls him back. Fortunately for the Sonics, the foul was called because Derek McKee's pass never got through.
Ricky Pierce tonight has hit on 4 out of 5 from the line. He's hit 4 of 5 from the field. 12 points in 17 minutes for Ricky. Free throw up and in. 13 for Pierce, who scored 10 of them here in this third period. Remember, we mentioned Pierce in the first half only attempted 1 field goal, was 1 of 1, and only went to the line twice, and he split the pair. Ricky's second one up, floats it high into the air, rims around and falls in. What a soft touch. 14 for Pierce. 63-55. Sonics by 8. Pippen, quarter court left side to Armstrong. The Sonics are playing now at a pace that they feel comfortable with. Pippen to Grant, out high, isolated. They'll work it on Perkins, centers it to Armstrong, into the lane, double teamed, out to Pippen. Pippen on the flank, puts a dribble on the floor, spins away, leans in on Perkins, won't go, ball volleyed. Who's going to get it? Pippen with it. Got Kemp off his feet, leaned by him, went high into the air and jammed it down.
Sonic's first line of defense was awfully good there. They had people running at Pippen on this first time around. They just were not able to corral that rebound.
Well, Pippen is a great two-footed jumper. No takeoff needed. Nice pass. McMillan on the end line, posting up Johnson. His hook is deflected. His follow is deflected, but Ricky Pierce is out to get it in forecourt. A reset of the clock. 19 now. Pierce skips it low. Perkins left side, backs, turns, leans on Williams. His hoist is up and off the mark. It comes up short. Grant clears the rebound to Armstrong. B.J. across midcourt. The trailer's Pippen. Will he take the 3? No, over to Tucker. He's a 3-ball man, and he goes. Tucker, number 9 in the league. American three-point percentage at 43%. Pulls the Bulls to within 3. 63-60 to count. 3:05 to go in the third. Pierce comes off a Kemp pick. Left side pull-up jumper. Forced it up and got it. Ricky Pierce hits a tough shot. 16 for Ricky.
A good basket by Ricky Pierce, but the Sonics need to have better ball movement. It's going to be too tough to get those kind of shots, depend on those kind of shots all night long.
Armstrong comes right back, and he buries a jumper from the corner about 15 feet out. 65-62. The Sonics by 3. 2:41 to go in the third. Armstrong spins McMillan around. Mack maintains the dribble. Feeds over to Johnson. Off the pick. Into the lane. Scoop shot on the way. Won't go. Perkins keeps it alive. He's hauled down by Williams to the deck. No foul, but last touched by Chicago. And a timeout called by the Bulls. With 2:32 left in the third. The score, the Sonics 65. The Bulls 62 on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Into the cold. Charlotte tonight. Buried Washington 120. The cold. Charlotte tonight. Buried Washington 124-104. The Lakers leading Detroit in the fourth 112-111. Elsewhere tonight, Atlanta Hot Club leading Milwaukee at half 63-52. The Sonics in Milwaukee Thursday night. Houston leading Miami 51-48. Two very hot basketball teams going at it tonight. And San Antonio leading Dallas at half by 24. Back to the action here in Chicago. Sonics with possession. 11 on the shot clock. McMillan loops a pass over to Perkins. Forecourt left. Down low, Ricky. Turnaround baseliner. Off the mark. Tip followed by Kemp. Won't go. Grant claims a rebound. Sonics lead the Bulls by 3. 2:07 to go in the third. Pippen works his way into front court. Feeds to Grant. Hands off. Back to Pippen. 15-footer. Missed it. Long rebound. Deflected out by Kemp. Grabbed by McMillan. 3-on-3. Mack will veer wide on the wing in front of the Bulls bench. Send it to Johnson. Great feed low to Kemp. He is grabbed by Grant from behind and fouled. Fourth foul on Grant.
Good recognition by Nate McMillan on the play. Saw Eddie Johnson cut into the corner and Sean Kemp locking his man towards away from the baseline. Kicks it to Eddie Johnson on the baseline, who's got an easy feed into Sean Kemp. All Horace Grant could do is grab Sean from dunking the basketball.
Kemp 14 points, 8 rebounds, 6 of 9 from the field to the line. Feathers in the free throw. 15 for Sean. As they put a light brush stroke on that free throw. Stacey King will come in. He'll lean on some people. King picked up 3 quick fouls in the first half. Williams in there as well, as Grant goes to the bench with 4 fouls. Kemp hits the free throw. 16 for Sean. Sonics lead by 5. With 1:04 left in the third. Armstrong works his way down the near flank. He is covered by Barrows in the lineup now. Armstrong in the corner looking over the left shoulder. Skips it low to Pippen. Posted up on Kemp. Spins. He's deep beneath the cup. Nowhere to go. Outside to BJ. Now to Pippen in the corner. Up fakes Kemp off his feet. Leans in on a banker. Won't go. Grabbed the rebound. It came over to Barrows to get it. Ball deflected. Pippen outside. Armstrong at 3. Hoists it up. Missed it. Rebound Williams. Reloads over to Armstrong. Armstrong with a baseline jumper. He missed it. Rebound gathered in by Barrows, who leaps in front of Perkins to take the rebound. 67-62, 1:12 to go in the third. The Sonics can make Chicago hurt if they score here. Here's McMillan, long jumper. This one's off wide left. Johnson follows with a left-handed tap, won't go. Perkins had it stripped away by Tucker and out of bounds. Seattle basketball with 1 minute left here in the third quarter. Mack will come in for Kemp. Sean checks out with 3 fouls. Derek McKee is on now for Seattle. 22 on the shot clock. Perkins has it low, covered by King. Outside, he'll flip it to Dana. Barrows looking for Perkins. He has it. Back to the basket. Dribbles with the right hand. Tried to fend off King with a left. Off the ball, a whistle. Illegal defense. Whistle on the Bulls. It's a warning on Chicago. It will give Seattle a reset of the clock. And with 50 seconds remaining, Sonics have a 5-point lead with possession. We're in the third period. McMillan will take it from Johnson. Comes off of a key pick. Had it jabbed away. The last touch by Chicago. Scott Williams was walking the other way up the floor. Was trying to bluff the official Greg Willard, but he clearly saw that it was last touched by Chicago. EJ will bring it in with 20 on the shot clock. Sonics leading it 67-62. Eddie will take it on the inbound. Ball stripped away. Pippen's got it. A race to the glass and jam it down. Pippen jams it down with the right hand and with the left. He put it behind the head. A bit of showboating. 67-64. Sonics lead is 3. 34 seconds left in the third. McMillan to Barrows out beyond the 3-point line. Drops it low to Perkins. Sam back to the point. Barros with it. Looks at the clock. Works on BJ. 8 on the shot clock. Barros darts left side to the baseline. Shovels a pass to Perkins. Up he comes. Stripped to the ball. Loose to the inline and out of bounds. Seattle will take it with 3 on the shot clock. Barros threw a beautiful little scoop pass in there to Perkins. But the Bulls with quick hands stripped it away from Sam and out of bounds. Seattle to bring it in bounds. McMillan looking for somebody to break. Barros will take it. Free throw line. Jay got it. Dana Barros in the bank.
Nice read by Nate McMillan on the pass in out of bounds. Dana didn't hurry it. Took his time. Pump fake. Got Armstrong off his feet. Cleared himself for a nice jump shot.
69-65. 8 seconds remaining. Pippen, who has scored 8 points here in the quarter, will take it into the key. Stops, turns, got McMillan off his feet, leans in. High arcing shot won't go. Johnson the rebound, and that will in. 3 complete in Chicago. What a game. Sonics lead it by 5, 69-64. And we'll be back in a moment here on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. At the end of 3, the Sonics hold a 5-point lead. Watch Scottie Pippen steal a ball from Eddie Johnson and take off. Now watch the left hand. Behind the head. Little showboat action. Scottie Pippen jams it with a right. And
a little mustard on that hot dog.
Yeah,
there. A little bit.
Poster dunk action.
Yes. Well, both teams are aggressive, overplaying, pressuring defense. They have the type of athletes where they can do that. It shows up here on this on the steals chart where we are seeing 4 of the top 10 steals guys in the leagues. Jordan and Pippen for Chicago, and McMillan and Payton for the Sonics.
Sonics have 19 turnovers for 21 Chicago points. Chicago 13 turnovers for 19 Sonic points. Jordan back in the lineup along with Rodney McRae. Trent Tucker feeding low to McRae, left-hand side of the lane. Backing down on McKee, hurls up a hook on the run, missed it. Walker and McMillan vie for the rebound. Walker at inside position. Off his hands, Seattle will bring it up. A half-minute gone here in the final period. The Sonics leading by 5. Eddie Johnson, shadowed by Michael Jordan, works off a McKee pick, takes it into the lane, arcs a high one on the move, missed it. Rebound Perkins, into the air again, stripped to the ball. Trent Tucker chops it away. Walker trying to bring it out of backcourt is fouled by Eddie Johnson. The foul on EJ is first.
Sam Perkins tonight has gotten the ball under the Sonic basket 3 or 4 times, and the Bulls with quick hands have knocked it away from him. Sonics missed some opportunities because of it.
Jordan limping a bit on the left foot, has 23 points for the ball game. He had a 15-point first quarter when he hit 6 of 8 from the field, including his first 5. Jordan high on the left, palms the ball like a grapefruit. Backs down to McMillan, sprints into the lane, stops, leans back, off balance. Jay won't go. Rebound, grabbed by Walker, blocked by McMillan. The ball volleyed, tapped nearly out of bounds, saved by Perkins. Williams leaning on him, and a whistle. And last touch by Perkins, says Darryl Garrettson. Give it to Chicago.
Sonics again. Nate McMillan there was really aware and got a block shot from behind.
Well, just when you think Jordan looks like he's in pain or a little bit weary, he puts a burst of speed on and blows by somebody. On the inbounds, he'll handle it. Out to the point. Walker fires a jumper. Missed it. Rebound, Nate McMillan. Nate will come across midcourt. Jordan sprinting with him as best he can. McMillan puts it behind the back, pulls up, feeds now to Barros. Barros on the left side of the arc. Feathers it low to McKee. Heavy D. Backs down on Williams. Backs and bumps. Draws Jordan. The cutter is McMillan coming to the ball side. Tried to scoop a pass to Perkins. Intercepted. Here comes Walker. Walker into the lane. 2-on-1. Ahead to Tucker to the glass. He'll lay it up and in. Fouled by Perkins. Tucker goes to the deck. And he will go to the line.
Sonics penetrated in there. Nate McMillan penetrated deep. They got hung up. Tried to shovel a pass off to Sam Perkins. The Bulls have been very good with their hands underneath the Sonic basket this half. Knocked the ball away. It turned into a break situation. Trent Tucker gets a chance for a 3-point play.
Third foul on Perkins. Tucker to the line. Free throw up and good. Tucker, the longtime veteran out of Minnesota. Picks up McMillan in backcourt. Nate McMillan trying to work across. Jabbed away by Tucker and out of bounds. 10:25 left in the fourth. The Sonics have 19 on the shot clock. The Bulls have come out from pressure full court. Sonics lead by 2, 69-67. Barros will bring it across. Barros darting here and there, covered by Walker. Walker, a pretty good defensive guard. Barros outside of McMillan. Crossover dribble. Too high, though. Walker comes in to step him away. It's loose to the floor. McMillan comes over to grab it, and a jump ball's called. Jump ball called as McMillan is able to tie up Darryl Walker. Well, the Bulls really getting after putting pressure on the ball, and a technical foul is called against Phil Jackson.
The Bulls are coming out and really pressuring the Sonics guards, not letting them get into their offense early. Darrell Walker's very effective at that. One of the better defensive guards in the league, has been for a number of years, causing some problems for Nate McMillan right now.
Eddie Johnson hits the free throw. Johnson, 7 points, is at 3 of 10 from the field.
Here's where the ball gets knocked away, and you've got a bunch of people diving for it. Darrell Walker's got it. Nate McMillan's on top of him trying to grab the ball. Phil Jackson, I believe, is complaining about that situation. He felt Walker was fouled.
Here's the tap, and Walker got up before McMillan to deflect it to Scott Williams. Chicago will take it, trailing by 7. 10:03 to go on the fourth. Jordan outside, hesitates right, takes it left. He gave McMillan a real shot and jumped into the air with a 20-foot J, nothing but net. 25 for Jordan. 70-69. Sonics by 1. 9:47 to go in the ball game. Dana Barros out high, covered by Walker. Perkins comes over to pick. Barros off the screen. Feeds over to EJ. To the baseline he comes. Leans in on Jordan. Feathers one up from 8. No. Williams a rebound. Stripped by McMillan. He'll lay it up. Miss it. Ball deflected by Williams out of bounds. And Chicago, will they get possession? No. It'll be Seattle basketball. McMillan with a great play. Stripped it away and had a chance to go up, but as he got up there, he lost a handle on it.
There's Nate with his good hands, gets the ball out, knocks it away from Williams, but was too far underneath the basket. Didn't have enough room to get it back in there. Fortunately, the Bulls still knocked it out of bounds. The Sonics get another opportunity.
McCray will come out. Stacey King and Scott Williams are on the front line. Walker stays on along with Tucker and Michael Jordan. Johnson, Perkins, Kemp on the deck now with Gary Payton and Derek McKee. McKee, left-hand side of the arc. He is covered by Tucker. Tucker leaning on it. McKee with the right hand, fending up Tucker with the left. Out to Gary. Open jumper won't take it. 12 on the shot clock. Into the lane. Stripped to the ball by Walker. Loose to the floor. Tucker picks it up. He'll give it to Walker. Bulls have a chance to take the lead. Michael Jordan appropriately will take it. He'll back down in front of the Sonic bench. Loops a pass. Wide open. Walker inline left. Double team by the two big guys. Kemp comes over, tried to time up, couldn't. Walker out of the jam to Williams. 7 on the shot clock to Tucker. Tucker into the lane. Looking to give Chicago the lead. The pass to Williams deflected by Kemp and out of bounds. Great play. 1 second on the shot clock for the Bulls.
Sonics need to be aware of Michael Jordan right in front of the basket here. Their first look is going to see if they can live it up to Jordan. If not, someone else is going to rub off a pick. With 1 second left in the 24-second clock, the Bulls have to shoot it right away.
Here now the Bulls to bring it in bounds. Walker looking to King beneath the basket. He won't get to it. Time expired on the shot clock. The 1 second ticked off. Boy, that was a late horn. Darryl Garrettson. Now the Chicago Bulls. The horn went off apparently before the ball was touched, is the contention of the Chicago Bulls.
And George Karl will not be happy with this call. I think they're going to give the Chicago Bulls another 1 second opportunity when the Sonics clearly were going to get possession of that basketball. There was no Bulls around them. The Sonics were going for it. The clock goes off, and now they give them another opportunity.
I don't understand it, Jack. Well, you got to. Right. Sure, you got to touch the ball,
but you got to touch the ball. But it's not the Sonics' fault there. That's the timer's fault. Exactly. The Sonics did what they had to do on this play, and now the Bulls get another chance.
All right, the Bulls bring it in. Jordan gets a crack at a three. Missed it. Rebound, Gary Payton. He is held by Darrell Walker, and a loose ball foul on Walker. Man, you would have seen about 15 guys wearing green down there jump onto the floor had Jordan hit the three. And, Jack, you might have gone over the board.
A couple broadcasters might have gone, too.
Holy mackerel. Sonics by 1. 8:42 to go in the ball game. Payton skips it over to Johnson. Sideline left, fires over Jordan. Got it, Eddie Johnson, the Chicago kid. 9 for Eddie Johnson, a big J. Eddie, 4 of 12 on the night, but he hits a big one there. Sonics by 3. Walker outside to Jordan. Jordan covered by Payton. Payton shadows him, moving swiftly to his left side laterally. Jordan with a quick burst of speed to the baseline. Gary had a hand on him. And a foul outside is called on Payton, his second. On the Sonics, the third team foul.
It's so tough to double team Michael Jordan, especially the way the Bulls spread the court. They spread him, isolate him on one side. It's a long run to get to him double teaming. Derek McKee on that last play went kind of at him from the right side, and Michael Jordan takes off going to his right. Derek McKee's left, and Derek can never catch up with him with the double team.
Bulls will bring it in bounds, trailing by 3. 8:15 to go in the ball game. Tucker comes over to the near side. Payton slipped. Jordan has it. Payton recovered, reached in, jabbed it free. Jordan went to get it, out to Tucker, over to Walker. Baseline jumper for Scott Williams, well off the mark. Kemp above the rim for the rebound. Slapped away by Jordan, recovered by Kemp. Sends it to midcourt here to McKee. McKee has numbers if he can get by Tucker. He'll slow it up. Tucker leans in and grabs him. Trent Tucker with a foul.
Sonics have to be strong with the basketball right now. The Bulls are just swinging away, knocking at that ball. Sean Kemp had it firmly in his hands. Down here in the rebound, Jordan tries to slap it away. Derek McKee there is bringing it up. Trent Tucker is attacking him. The Sonics have to be strong with the basketball right now.
Sonics have 3 team fouls now. The Bulls with 2, 72-69. The Sonics by 3, 7:54 to go in the game. Perkins comes off, and Cage now will come in to spell him. McKee will bring it in bounds, and Payton will handle it. Yo-yos the dribble with the left hand. Kemp will come over to screen around the three-point perimeter. Payton will gun it into the lane, stops. Williams all over him for a block. Deflected to the corner. Pippen saves it, but right to Michael. Reset of the clock for the Sonics. Cage is going to get it out of the corner. Tried to feed it to McKee. Is knocked down by Williams. And this will be the 3rd team foul on the Chicago Bulls. 7:38 to go in the ball game. I'll tell you, Williams bailed Seattle out that time. Cage had picked up the dribble and had nowhere to go with it. Sonics will bring it back on the inbounds. Payton outside on the point. Covered by Tucker. Feeds to Kemp 15 feet from the rack, double team. Hook pass outside, diagonal, high on the right to McKee. One-on-one of Pippen. Classic matchup. Takes him into the lane with the left hand. Circles him with a hook. Missed it. Rebound volley. Grabbed by Pippen. Here it comes. Kemp's on him. Tried to turn him and does. Reaching in. Kemp needs to hold possession. He's working with 3 fouls. Good job by Kemp to force Pippen to give it away to Jordan. Back to Pippen. Low to Williams. Backs, turns. McKee is there to slap it away. Williams recovers. Out to Pippen. For a 3. Won't go. Cage up. Tips it. Who's going to get it? Loose to the corner. Gary saves it to EJ. He had Pippen, or actually Kemp, ahead of him. But Jordan fouled him at midcourt before he could look up the floor to Kemp running away. Smart foul by Jordan.
The Sonics are getting hurt a little bit on the offensive board by the Bulls. The Bulls are in there scrapping, but the Sonics this time come up with a couple hustle plays. Michael Cage to keep it alive. Gary Payton to tip it back to Eddie Johnson.
Well, a timeout's been called on the floor with 6:59 left in the ball game. The Sonics holding a 3-point lead, 72-69 on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Well, let's take a look at a long-distance play brought to you by AT&T, a proud sponsor of the NBA and the Supersonics.
Here's Eddie Johnson in the corner. He's looking for a pass. Michael Jordan backs off a little bit. Eddie sees an opportunity and cans it from the corner.
That gave the Sonics the 3-point lead. Seattle 1 of 6 here in the quarter, 17%. Bulls are 2 of 9, 22%, 72-69. Sonics on top by 3. 6-4-9 left here in the ball game. Johnson covered by Jordan, right hand side of the arc, over to Kemp. They clear out. He'll take Grant deep, turn around, drop step in traffic, blocked by Williams, grabbed by Kemp. He'll hurl it up, miss it. Ball volleyed. Who's going to get it? Cage is up there, deflects it, grabbed to the baseline by Eddie. Eddie tried to dribble. Ball deflected by Armstrong. Last touch by Johnson, out of bounds. Chicago basketball.
Nothing's coming easy for both teams. They're attacking defensively. The Bulls, Sonics hold the ball in one position for any amount of time, and they're coming with a couple people scrapping away at that basketball.
Jordan in front of us, comes off the Williams pick, slowly works around the right-hand side of the key, covered by Cage. He'll like that. He'll take it into the lane, lays it up and in. Michael Jordan with 27. The Bulls are within 1, 72-71. 6:07 to go in the ball game. Payton beyond the 3-point perimeter. Cross court to Cage. Back to Gary. Spins. Gives to Kemp. He'll lean in. 4 Bulls around him and a foul called. This one on Scott Williams.
The Bulls are attacking anytime the Sonics get the ball deep. The Bulls are already in the penalty here with 6 minutes left. There's Sean Kemp. Scott Williams is holding them around their waist. A couple other guys are scratching and clawing at the basketball. They're going to make the Sonics move that basketball, not give them anyone any time to work down around the basket.
Sean Kemp tonight has banked 17 points, 10 rebounds. He's at 6 of 11 from the field, and he has 3 fouls. So he's in no danger at this point anyway of fouling out of this game. But remember, he picked up 2 in the fourth quarter against Indiana last night, a period of a minute and a half. 18 points now for Kemp. Sonics by 3, 74-71. Jordan again with the ball, holding it, extended in the right hand, double teamed as he comes to the key over to B.J. Armstrong, hit the steam into the lane, knocks a high runner off the window, up and in, he banks it. B.J. with a beauty, 11 for Armstrong. Sonics by 1, 74-73. 5:35 left in this game. Gary Payton outside, works off a pick from Kemp, but Armstrong negotiates around. Payton picks up. The dribble needs help. 8 on the shot clock. Somebody's got to move to the ball. Cage will get it out to Kemp. Baseline jumper for Sean, in and out. The rebound falls into Jordan's hands. Here come the Bulls with a chance to take the lead. Michael Jordan with it. Hippity hop dribble outside. 15-footer. Got it. Jordan with 29. And the Bulls have the lead. 75-74. In workmanlike fashion, Chicago has come back. 4:59 to go in the game. Payton head of the key. Long bomb for Gary. Nope. Jordan the rebound. Up ahead to a running Grant. He'll take it in full stride, but lost it out of bounds. Seattle will get it back. 4:49 left. With the Bulls on top by 1. The Sonics will go small now. Cage comes out and McMillan will check in.
George is going with another ball handler in there with Nate McMillan. With the Bulls pressure right now, he needs to take care of that basketball.
Chicago by 1, 4:40 to go in the game. 12 on the shot clock. McMillan to McKee into the lane. Cuts to the hole. Lays it in. Offensive foul. Offensive foul called on McKee. Darryl Garrettson with a call. That is the 4th foul on McKee.
Darryl now has gotten Derek McKee a couple times with some tough calls.
How can that be an offensive foul?
It is a bad call. Derek McKee's under control on that situation. Goes straight up. Horace Grant does not even react that much, and the offensive foul is still called.
Bulls by 1. There's no way. 75-74. Jordan outside, right wing. Double team by Pierce. Now Payton comes up on him. Jordan spins, leans, splits the pair, and drops it in. 31 for Jordan. 77-74. Bulls by 3. 4:11 to go in the game. Back in a moment. After this on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Well, you decide. Here is a basket that would have put the Sonics into the lead, but it is wiped out as Derek McKee's called for an offensive foul. And I very simply just didn't see it there, Jack.
No, I think it was a bad call, a tough call for the Sonics. Derek McKee made a good move there and made the hoop, and the Sonics did not get credit for it because Darryl Garrettson saw an offensive foul in the play that we did not see.
77-74. The Bulls lead by 3. 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Here's McMillan off the pick from Kemp. Over to McKee. Up fakes. Grant off his feet. Fires, leans, and just rimmed it off. McKee will go to the line for 2. It is the 5th foul on Grant.
It was an excellent pump fake by Derek McKee. He's in the corner. Pump fakes at 3. Horace Grant goes for it. Derek's got the presence of mind to wait for Horace to come down and draw the foul while he's making the shot attempt, getting to the line for 2 free throws.
First one up and in for Heavy D. McKee has scored 7 points tonight on 3 of 5 shooting from the field. And this is his first attempt at the line tonight. Music for all Sonic broadcasts provided by Cellophane Square with locations in Seattle, Bellevue, and Bellingham. The key to the line. The second one good. The Sonics are within 1. The score 77-76. 3:54 left in the ball game. Bulls face full court pressure. McMillan reaches in, hacks at Williams. That was a foul to give. The 4th team foul on Seattle puts them at the limit. With 3:51 left in the ball game, Williams comes out. That leaves Pippen, Jordan, Grant, Armstrong and Williams. Actually, Williams going to stay on now. Here's Armstrong, fling it to Williams, right-hand side of the key. Fakes the pass low to the block. Hands off to Pippen, coming to the ball side. Perkins in for the Sonics, shadows Pippen. Takes him into the lane to help pressure. Loops it outside to Grant. Over to Armstrong, now to Jordan. The baseline jumper, got it. B.J., oh man, it is Michael Jordan, I beg your pardon. 33 for Jordan. 33 for Michael Jordan, who's hit 10 points here in the fourth period. 79-76. Chicago by 3. 3:19 to go in the game. Kemp low block, right side. Diagonal pass out to Perkins. 15-footer for Sam. In and out. Rebound swatted. Deflected out of bounds. Seattle basketball. The Sonics in the fourth quarter at the break were 1 of 11. Sonics were 6 of 13, or I should say the Bulls were 6 of 13, and it hit their last 4. Make it last 5 now as Jordan has drilled that one. Without a field goal for the last, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. The Sonics still are within 3. 79-76. Here's Pierce. Got a great look at a baseline jumper. Missed it. Rebound Perkins. Takes it left side. Put the dribble on the floor. Brought it down low. Ball deflected. Perkins has got it. Tied up by Armstrong and Pippen. And we'll have a jump ball. 2:56 left in the ball game. 79-76. Chicago by 3.
Sonics in the first 9 minutes of this fourth quarter have only scored 7 points. They've found it to be a struggle to get the ball in the baskets. You got to hand it to the Bulls. They have definitely upped their defensive intensity and pressured Sonics, who pressured the ball for whoever has it for the Sonics.
Perkins and Armstrong to jump it. Perkins 6'9", Armstrong 6'2", but spring-loaded. Perkins deflects it outside. Kemp will get it. Jordan lunging for the ball. Creates some contact, and it will send Sean Kemp to the line. 2:55 left in the ball game. And Kemp to the line for 2 big free throws. How about Jordan tonight? He has played 29 minutes. Is hit 15 of 27 for 33 points. Kemp tonight in 29 minutes is hit 6 of 12 from the field. 10 boards, 18 points. And is perfect at the line on 7 of 7. 19 for Sean. Michael Jordan dealing with that infected foot and a bacterial infection. Kept to the line, missed the second free throw. The Bulls lead is 2 with 2:52 left in the game. The defending world champions playing at home where they are 20-9 this year. With possession and a 2-point lead. Pippen takes it from Grant on the high post weave. Pippen right side spins on Kemp. Up fakes, leans, high banker. Got it. Scottie Pippen with 14. 10 in the second half. 4-point Chicago lead. McKee will bring it across. Pursued by Pippen outside the 3-point perimeter. Perkins with it. Over to Mack. McMillan covered by Jordan off the Perkins pick. Dave McMillan. 11 on the shot clock to Perkins. Jordan trying to pick it away. Perkins leans, fires, hits from 15 on the near side. You saw Jordan go sprinting by after missing on the lunge attempt. Made sure the path was clear and dropped a set shot to pull the Sonics to within 2. 2:05 to go in the ball game. Michael Jordan gets a breather out around the 3-point perimeter. McMillan comes out to body him, and a foul puts the Sonics over the limit and sends Jordan to the line.
The Sonics are now in the penalty. Michael Jordan's going to get the shoot a couple free throws. Defensively, the Sonics still have to maintain their intensity, play smart, try to make the Bulls take tough shots, and then make sure they clean up the boards. The Sonics need a couple stops here and then need to convert on the offensive end to get back in this ball game.
Sonics led at the end of 3, 69-64. And they had built an 11-point lead in that third quarter. Jordan hits the free throw. 34 for Michael Jordan. 11 for Jordan here in the quarter. He has outscored the Sonics here in the fourth period of play. Jordan's second one up. Got it. And again, it is a 4-point Chicago lead. 79 Seattle points. 1:56 left in the fourth. Bulls that lead it 83-79. Right block with it. Perkins back to the basket. Double team. Turns and looks. Turns and looks with 11 on the shot clock to McMillan. Nate looking on the block for Pierce. Floats it low. Ricky posted. Outside to Mack. 5 on the shot clock. Shot blocked by Pippen. Saves it. Right to Ricky Pierce. He is fouled. No, nearly knocked down. There's no whistle. They get it outside to Perkins. Perkins does not have to shoot. A race for three. Didn't realize it. Pippen grabs a rebound. 120. The clock had been reset, and I don't think Sam realized. 83-79. The Bulls by 4. A minute 18 to go in the ball game. And a 20-second timeout called by Chicago.
I think George Karl's talking to Greg Willard why when Ricky Pierce is pushed down and guys are laying all over him, that's not a foul. Geez, he's traveling but forced to do that because someone's all over the top of him.
Well, and they didn't even. Daryl Garrettson and Scottie Pippen are really jawing. Scottie Pippen's complaining because when he was floating out of bounds to try to save that ball, he very clearly was pushed by Nate McMillan. The officials missed that one. The ball was saved in bounds. Ricky got it and clearly was pushed down by Scott Williams, and they let that one ride as well. With a minute 15 to go here in the first, or I should say in the fourth quarter, the Bulls lead at 83-79. And they have possession after they break the huddle on this 22nd timeout.
Sonics need to come up with a big stop here defensively. The Bulls have 12 seconds left in the clock. Can't let them get anything right away and maybe force them into making a tough shot with the 24-second clock winding down.
Michael Jordan, 35 points tonight, has been the story. Said he might play tonight. Said if the game had been played yesterday, he wouldn't have played at all. The pain was so bad in the foot. Here's Grant out beyond the three-point perimeter to Jordan. Behind the Williams pick. Plays peekaboo with McKee. Perkins steps up on his ex-teammate from North Carolina. Jordan will fire the off-balance jumper. Missed it. Up for the rebound is Grant. With a minute 2 left. Chicago will reload. Leading by 4. And Jordan in midcourt will just hold it. They'll spread the floor for Jordan. Pursued by McKee. Jordan leans, curls. Works to their right side. Outside to Pippen, up fakes, left side leaner, off glass, won't go, rebound, who's going to get it? Came down to the floor, McMillan had it, stripped by Pippen, and a jump ball called. Pippen tying up McMillan on the floor.
Sonics have not done a good job on the defensive boards tonight. The Bulls have come up with 2 tough rebounds here. The clock is definitely the enemy. There's a scramble on the floor here. Nate looks like he's got it. Pippen goes diving and ends up tying up Nate for a jump ball. It's a key jump ball. The Sonics need to get this tip.
Bulls by 4. 40 seconds remaining. McMillan and Pippen. Here's the tap. McMillan went up into the air. Perkins had a hand on it. And as he tried to twist it in midair, it went out of bounds. Chicago basketball. 24 on the shot clock. 37 seconds remaining in the ball game. And the Bulls up by 4. And the Bulls will stack up on the free throw line. Pippen will bring it in bounds. Scottie Pippen looking for Jordan, coming to the ball. Wisely calls a timeout. Full timeout on the floor. The Bulls with possession. A fresh 24 on the shot clock and up 4, and only 37 seconds to play here on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Fans, you can find yourself headed for sunny Phoenix to watch the Sonics play the Suns on April 16th. Enter the Pizza Hut Desert Duel at any area Pizza Hut, or ask for an entry form with your next pizza delivery. Pizza Hut, America's favorite pizza. Along with Jack Sikma, I'm Kevin Calabro. The Sonics here in the fourth quarter have scored 10 points on lousy shooting on 2 of 16. The Bulls 8 of 17. Hold a 4-point lead. They hold possession with 24 seconds left on the shot clock. The Sonics do have 3 fouls and a 20-second timeout remaining. The Bulls will bring it in bounds. Scottie Pippen looking to Jordan. Now we'll get it to the second man to the ball. It's Williams. He's double teamed and fouled. Nope. Timeout called by the Bulls. Their last. Bulls have used up their last timeout. They did a nice job to sandwich Williams on the sideline, and a timeout called. Sonics did a very good job to deny Jordan the inbound path to the basketball, and they were forced to give it to Williams.
Williams and the Sonics double teamed him right away. I put him in a bind, and he felt that instead of giving up a turnover, he was going to call a timeout here. You see Nate McMillan with Derek McKee coming to double team, and actually I think it might have been Scottie Pippen who actually called the timeout. He saw that Scott Williams was in trouble and called the time.
Well, the Sonics will next be on television on Thursday when they take on the Milwaukee Bucks. And we'll have the broadcast for you beginning on radio with a simulcast pregame show at 5:05 and the tip at 5:30 on Channel 7 in Seattle. Sonics, after this East Coast swing, will head home. And, of course, we'll be tangling with the Miami Heat, a team that's on the roll. They've won 8 straight at home now. That is a club record. Tonight they're taking on a very good Houston team that's won 10 in a row. And they are right now on top of the Midwest. And, of course, the Sacramento Kings coming up on March the 18th. Records after 58 games following the second championship season. The Lakers 40-18 and 88-89. Pistons 37-21 after the 90-91 win. And the Bulls this year are 40-18 following 2 consecutive championships. Doing very well. 20-9 at home, 20-9 on the road. The second best record shared with Seattle in the NBA. Right now the Sonics in danger. 22 seconds on the shot clock, 35 on the game clock. The Bulls up by 4. Chicago to bring it in bounds. Scottie Pippen looking for a man. Finds Will Perdue in the corner. Perdue dumps it outside to Pippen. Stripped away by McMillan. It fell out of bounds. 19 on the shot clock. Bulls will get it. 32 seconds remaining in the ball game. Pippen, the ball handler. He'll trigger it. Looking for Jordan. Lobs it high over McMillan. Jordan will go to get it. Jordan glances at the clock. Looks at a double team. Tried to turn the corner. Does. Outside to Pippen. Gives it back to Jordan. Michael Jordan. Double team. Works a swath to the far side. He turns a hard cut. It's sliding to the floor and is fouled by Kemp. I'll make that Nate McMillan. 4th foul on McMillan. Sends Jordan to the line where he can ice it with 21 seconds remaining.
Michael Jordan doesn't run away from the ball in key times of the game. He wants it in his hands. He right there pointed to Pippen to throw it over the top on the inbounds play. He did it. Was able to dribble out some time, kick it out, but he went right back to get it again. He wants the ball in his hands.
The only time he'll run away from the ball is when he thinks that'll get him the basketball eventually, as he did that time. And as you mentioned, Pippen floated a beautiful pass. Jordan hits the free throw. 36 for Michael Jordan. 13 here in the quarter. He's outscored the Sonics team. Seattle with 10 fourth quarter points. 21 seconds remaining in the ball game. Somebody here in Chicago welded the lid shut on the cup.
Yeah, the Sonics were up 5 going into the fourth quarter. The Bulls have now scored just 20 points in this quarter, and the Sonics are down by 5. It's been a rough one on the offensive end.
Jordan back to the line, looking for 37. He missed it. Rebound to Kemp. The Bulls lead is 5. 20 seconds remaining. The Sonics use a timeout. They have 2 fulls and I believe 1:20 remaining. And the Sonics will use the full timeout. They're going to have to bring Dana Barros, obviously, off the bench. The 3-point danger of and threat of Dana Barros could very well, if he can hit it in a hurry, Jack, give the Sonics a shot.
The Sonics are going to have to do the foul game here, or at least pressure that inbounds pass if they make a basket on their next possession and try to get a quick steal. Time is not in their favor, and they need to get it done fast with an odd number, 5-point difference. A 3-pointer sure would be helpful.
Well, the Sonics are number 4 overall in percentage in the NBA at 36%, trailing Phoenix 3rd best, Chicago 2nd best, and Cleveland the best at 39%. You've got a few guys to select from. Pierce a 38% 3-point shooter. Nate McMillan fires 40% from 3-point range at 23 of 57. And Dana Barros obviously was the 3-point champion a year ago at a 4.46 clip. Well, turnovers tonight caught up with the Sonics. 25 turnovers for 30 points. All right, so a timeout, full timeout was taken by the Sonics apparently because Sam Perkins was bleeding, says Darryl Garrison. He came over here to explain it to us.
I think the
Sonics wanted one regardless.
Right, and I think the Bulls were complaining about Darryl going over and asking George if he wants a time, which is they're saying it's not the referee's job, but Darrell was finding out if a timeout was going to be called so that he wouldn't have to stop the game to get Sam Perkins out of it, because he is bleeding at this point.
Jim Harbaugh sitting next to Jerry Krause of the Chicago Bulls. Oh, it's not Jerry Krause. It's a look-alike. Huh? Did that look like Jerry Krause? Well, sort of.
He looks...
all right, it's not Jerry Krause.
That guy looks a little thinner than Jerry Krause.
Here's Barros on the inbounds. He'll take it right side. Leans in on Jordan. Hurls a high one up. Contact made and no whistle. Barros lays it in on a running right-hander. Sonics are within 3, 84-81. 16 seconds remaining. Pippen runs the inline, brings it inbounds to Jordan. He'll fling it ahead to B.J. Armstrong. B.J. trapped in backcourt to Jordan, cross court. Jordan down the left sideline is fouled from behind. He will go to the line on the foul to McKee, the 5th on Derek. Sends Jordan to the line for 2. 84-81. 9 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Dana Barros took the ball hard to the basket in the Sonics possession to try to get something done fast. He jumps up. Jordan goes in the air. Dana's able to convert, but it's knocked away a little bit. No call on the play.
Michael hits the free throw. 37 for Jordan. 14 here in the quarter. And Jordan at the line tonight has been sensational. Second one up. Got it. Jordan with 38. He's only missed 1 free throw. He's hit 8 out of 9 for the night. Seconds remaining in the game, and the Bulls by 5, 86-81. Jordan at the age of 30 now in his 9th year in the NBA. And George, Jack, we were talking about Jordan on the way over on the bus. When will he hang it up? They're going to put the new building in 94-95. After this year, as I understand it, he'll have 3 years remaining in the contract. That would put him in the new building at or about the final year of his contract. From a marketing standpoint, that will give them a big boost as they move into a newer, bigger building, 21,000 seats. And for Michael Jordan, you think it'll just be a quick flame out, or what kind of exit do you suppose Jordan will make?
Well, I'm sure he's going to make one on his own terms. Michael Jordan's done a huge amount of things in the NBA, probably the most unbelievable player in our time to play in the game. With some of the things he's done, he's topped it off with leading the Bulls to 2 championships, trying for their 3rd. I think a lot has to do with what kind of situation the Bulls are in at that point in time as a team, whether they're still competing for championships, how Michael Jordan feels, if the fire is still lit. The one thing you got to hand to him, he plays with such intensity. He plays a ton of minutes every year, plays at such a high level, and keeps coming back. He wants to excel, and that's why he's in the position where he's larger than life right now at this point in time.
Well, I think Jordan wanted to send a message to the Sonics, the kids on the block from the West, that, hey, we're still around. We've won a couple championships, and if we meet you in the finals, I'm going to be here. 86-81, Bulls lead by 5, 9 seconds remaining. And the Sonics will call a 20-second timeout. I want to say some hellos to all his friends back home. Jake Cooper, an 11-year-old from Tacoma, is here in the Chicago area at the stadium tonight. Wants to say hi to all the folks back in Tacoma. Also hi to Doug Long back in Seattle from Dean Anderson, who's running one of our cameras here tonight at the stadium. And Dean Morgado called this afternoon from Chicago. He's from Issaquah. He just wanted to remind us to say hello to Marianne, Doug, and Paul back in Issaquah. All right, here we go. With 9 seconds remaining, the Bulls by 5, 86-81. McKee will bring it inbounds. McKee hesitates, looks for a man coming to the ball. Perkins will get it, feeds back to McKee. McKee from 3-point range will steer it right by Pippen into the lane. He'll go to the glass, lay it up, drew the foul. That ball just rocked off the back rim. And Derek McKee will get 2 at the line. Sonics trailing by 5, 3rd foul on Will Perdue. 3 seconds remaining. And Derek McKee will go to the line. Now, this isn't what you envisioned. Starting off this road trip with a loss to Indiana, and right now down 5 with 3 seconds to go. McKee at the line can trim it to 3. Still a chance, although a slim one. It would take something out of Ripley's believe it or not at this point for the Sonics to win this game. Pierce and Perkins come out, leaving Payton, McMillan, McKee, Kemp, and Barros. Need a steal on the 3 to tie. McKee got it. 10 points for Derek. Remember, Chicago's out of timeouts. Pippen will bring it in bounds. McMillan reaches in front of Jordan to deflect it out. 2 and 5/10 seconds remaining in the game. Chicago out of timeouts. They're going to crank the clock up to 3 seconds. 3 seconds on the clock. As the face of that man wearing the Bull sweater turns crimson. He had the trigger finger there. 3 and 1/10 second cranked up there for Seattle. And believe us, that does make a difference, because you can get off a shot 0.6 of a second. All right, Pippen will bring it in bounds. Got to shade anybody that comes to the ball. Pippen forced to throw things from 4. Barros leaps out in front of Purdue. Taps it free. McKee will throw it up and leaves it short. That will leave the ball game. I thought the Sonics had a timeout. I'm sure they had a timeout, but apparently not enough time to call it. At the end of the game, the two teams come out with greetings at midcourt, and they very well could be the two teams that meet in the championship this year. Boy, would that be fun.
We'd love to see this matchup again, wouldn't we, Kevin?
We would. So the Bulls sweep the season series 2-0 with a win here tonight, 86-83. We'll be back to recap it for you in a moment on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Tonight, sadly, the Chicago Bulls defeat the Sonics 86-83.